Hello everyone. In this session I am going to explain comparison of push-pull class B and complementary symmetry class B amplifier. Push-pull amplifier, complementary symmetry amplifier. In push-pull both transistors are same type. That is either NPN or PNP transistors are used for push-pull circuit construction. In case of complementary symmetry amplifier, in this we are using different transistors. That is one NPN transistor, one PNP transistor are used to construct the complementary symmetry amplifier. In push-pull, it requires two transformers, that is input transformer and output transformer. In complementary symmetry, it does not require any transformer. In push-pull, impedance matching is possible because here we are using output step-down transformer. In case of complementary symmetry, for impedance matching we are using CC configuration. In push-pull circuit, in push-pull, due to the transformers, the circuit would be bulky and costly. In case of complementary, due to the absence of transformer, the circuit size is small and low cost. In push-pull, frequency response is poor. In complementary, frequency response is better. In push-pull, the circuit design complex because transformers are present. In complementary symmetry, circuit design is simple. In push-pull circuit, we are using single supply. In case of complementary symmetry, circuit requires dual supplies. Efficiency is much higher than when compared to class A power amplifier. Here also same efficiency, that is 78.53%, which is the same as push-pull efficiency. And last one is center tap transformer is used. In case of complementary, here it is the absence of transformer. Next topic, we will discuss about crossover distortion, which is presented in class B amplifier. For a transistor to be in active region, the base emitter junction is forward biased. The junction can't be forward biased with voltage applied because greater than the cut-in voltage of the junction. For example, here we take the diode. In diode we have P and N terminals. When this diode becomes conduction mode, that means applied voltage is greater than the input voltage. Then only this diode is conducts. That means forward biased. So, the magnitude of the input voltage less than cut-in voltage of base emitter junction. Then the diode is in cut-off state. The collector current remains 0 and the transistor remains in the cut-off. I am again explaining. For a transistor to be in active region, the base emitter junction is forward biased. The junction can't be forward biased with the applied voltage becomes greater than the cut-in voltage of the junction. What is the cut-in voltage? The cut-in voltage of silicon diode is 0.7 volts and germanium diode is 0.3 volts. Hence, there is a period between the crossing of the half cycles of the input signal, both transistors. In case of in case of complementary symmetry amplifier, we are using two transistors. For positive half cycle, Q1 transistor is conducts. For negative half cycle, Q2 transistor is conducts. In between these two conduction, we have, that means for transistor Q1 conducts, the applied voltage is greater than the cut-in voltage. Up to this, I can note V gamma, that is cut-in voltage. In this period, the transistor is in cut-off state. After that, the transistor is in active region. In negative half cycle, this period Q2 is in cutoff state. Even it is in negative half cycle, it is in off state because the applied voltage is less than the cut-in voltage. So, in this time, both transistors are in off condition. Hence, there is a period between the crossing of the half cycles of the input signal. Both transistors are not active and output is 0. Hence, output is distorted. Such type of distortion due to cut-in voltage is called crossover distortion. I am again explain. Hence, the output is distorted. Such type of distortion due to cut-in voltage of transistor is called the crossover distortion. Okay, this is the comparison between push-pull complementary symmetry amplifier and crossover distortion.